Hello everybody, welcome to the Creative Camper Soaps. I'm here with Chantal and we are going to make soap today. She's my guest soap maker today. So if you've never made soap, have you ever made soap?
Never.
Okay,
Ever.
so there you go. So she's gonna make soap with us today and you can come on along and learn the same way that she is. So let's come on along and see how it goes. So this is humectant.
There we go.
It's salt water.
Okay.
And basically it hardens the soap, and so helps just to create a nice hard bar. And we add that to add it to this.
What is that? Why can't we just poison?
Yes, that is poison. That's what we put in our soap. So that is that's the lye water solution. That you're right, it is poison in this state right here. As soon as it hits that oil, and within 24 hours, it chemically changes the composition of the oils and makes a true soap.
Wow, that's cool.
So it's true science. We're going to use this for our fragrance oil later, and we're going to put this in. This has been sitting all day, so some of those oils, because we're in the air conditioner, have gotten a little thick, so we're just going to mix it. And I'm going to let you do this. You ready? Hook it up for you. But when you pour this in, you just want to pour it slowly down, and I'm going to give you something to aim for, down the shaft of the stick blender. Do this.
So how much would I be pouring?
You're going to pour all of it.
All of it? Slowly on here?
Yep. And aim it for down the shaft of that blender, just because it will hit that and break up any of the air bubbles.
Got it.
I'm just going to neutralize that.
I'm back in chemistry class right now.
Yeah, you really are. And then because we're in an RV and because we don't have normal sewer and plumbing like other people have, I use wipes to do all my cleanup.
Okay.
And before I wash everything with soap and water. So that's why we're using wipes today. Okay, and then you're gonna turn it on. The one thing you want to be careful about is not lifting the blender part out of the oils. You can move it around and stir while you're mixing, and do it like in 30-second intervals, like on and stir it, on and stir it, because you don't want it to thicken too fast, and you also don't want it to come up. That's why you're wearing your safety goggles.
Okay, got it.
So just like that. Yeah. You do it with one hand and just move it around. You just push one button. Yeah, so it's just one hand.
I lift it up there.
I think try the other button. It's okay to lift it up. You want to lift it up, you want to move it around, you just don't want to bring it out. So let me give you an example here. You can, I feel how thick it is at that bottom. So you really want to like mix it, get it going. Just don't bring the, you don't want it to splatter on you. And then stop and then mix it.
Okay.
And then, so try it.
Being a little too gentle there.
That's okay. You don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Then stop pushing it and give it a good, lift those, because see the oils on the bottom here? How those are all coming together? You want all of that, even at the top. So you just gotta kind of try to mix it in. And then give it another, trying to bring some of those oils up and then some of the other ones down to the bottom.
Turn it back on.
Yep. layer when you're down here. It's probably
Yeah.
feels thicker. You want to really try to mix all that in there. Here, you can even see that on the top that you're doing it.
It's a little workout on the arm.
Yep.
How thick should it be getting? Should it be getting much thicker than this?
It's not so much the thickness we're after, we're after the emulsification. So if you look here, you can see up here it's still grainy. Here it looks pretty good. So at the bottom it's really good, but at the top it's still not completely emulsified.
Okay.
So there we go, it's going. So as soon as you reach emulsification, you stop. And then you decide, okay, well, what kind of design am I doing? And what kind of oil am I using? Some oils will make your stuff get really thick, really fast. And I've had to change the designs I'm doing because I've overmixed or because things just went way too fast. So it just depends on, you see the difference
Yeah.
now on the top? So
Yeah.
we're good. And so we'll take a spatula and get the excess for now. I have this sample. It's blueberry cobbler, so we're just going to use it because then we can just call this mixed fruit or mixed berry. So
It smells like some blueberry cobbler.
yes. So this we're gonna pour to, I already know what I need. Usually, like I showed you the soap calculator,
Yeah.
it tells you how much fragrance to weigh out.
Oh, okay.
Some fragrances you have to be careful on their usage rates, that you don't use too much, that they're skin safe, all that stuff. So these are, I already know that they're skin safe and I already know how much to use for 6 pounds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it. Smell good?
It smells good.
Do you like berries?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, like soaps that are like fruit scented, like it tricks my brain. So I
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to eat.
Yes,
after that.
okay, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Smells
so
good.
I'm gonna let you pour that in and we're gonna use this to mix it in really well.
The whole thing.
Yeah. All of it. Every last
Good.
drop.
Very last drop.
Yeah.
There you go. You're missing one drop.
Yeah.
Okay, stir it up.
Yep. Get it all really mixed in. So careful my thing doesn't poke you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, give it a good mix in. You'll probably start to feel that the batter maybe will loosen up a little bit. That's what I'm hoping you're gonna feel anyway.
Not feeling it just yet, but I'm also a little bit on the weaker side, so. Just keeps mixing it up until it's so in
Yep.
there.
Yeah, you can see that it's still like sitting a lot on the top. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. There you go. Do that. Get it in there. It's like beating eggs.
Yeah. Okay.
Like beating eggs without getting it in your eyes.
That's important.
See how it's not even leaving pretty much on the top? You're not seeing much of anything.
Yeah.
That's a very, very light, just a trace. I wouldn't even call it a trace. I mean, if you see that I'm leaving a mark behind and it's sticking really well, then you're at a trace. This is good. We're gonna keep it like that
That
because
smells so good.
doesn't that smell
That
good?
smells really good. It's like eggnog.
Yeah, it does. It's that the fragrance oils were really yellow. Oh, look at what I did. This is my signature mark. That's why we have.
I
the trash can open here. Okay, so we're gonna use for this, we're gonna use one of these in here.
Okay.
Look how little is in there.
Okay.
So you can just dump the whole thing in there, and we're probably gonna have to add some of this purple. Is this pretty close? Yeah, it's kind of close. So it'll be okay.
Okay. So one of these in here.
Yeah.
This, this
Yeah,
one.
use that one. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Is that okay?
Yep.
In here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I honestly think that that's not going to be enough, so I'll add a little bit of this. Well, they were a little different,
Oh yeah.
but that's all right. They'll mix up just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to mix them?
Yeah.
This fun part. Oh, let me put a little on that. It's very
Like
important
that,
to
that
cover
would be
your
just to me.
micas. Yeah.
Like that around me.
You'll have one of those
Yeah.
color runs. And if it's not dark enough, then we could add more, but that looks pretty.
Yeah. How do we?
So you're gonna do that with the spatula. The important thing that you're doing now is breaking up any clumps. So like you can see on the sides, we'll get all that with the spatula.
Okay.
So don't worry too much about the bottom. That's all gonna get mixed in.
Okay.
So, and then just go ahead and switch over, and it's okay.
Just like that?
Yep,
Yeah.
because it's not enough to do
affect the
anything.
color?
Mhm.
Cool.
We'll do the white last because that white, that's titanium dioxide, and it will help thicken it up pretty quickly. So.
Okay. So when I was in high school in chemistry class, we were able to convince our teacher to do pretty much any experiment that we like, convince him that it was chemistry related. Like this
Fun.
would have been a good one.
Fun. So, but you didn't burn the school down?
No, we didn't.
That's good. Thinking, I know some people, myself not excluded, that probably would have convinced them to
We
burn the
actually
school
did
down.
really play with fire. Now
I'm gonna
that I
add
think
more
about
to
it.
that one. You did?
No, we didn't.
Oh.
We were doing like, let's make ice cream, you know, like.
Oh.
We made s'mores one day, so that was kind of playing with fire, but that was as far as it got. It smells so good.
Yes. And it's funny because I smell the fragrance when I'm making the soap, but rarely do I ever smell it after that again. And I, even when I first started, I was thinking, oh my gosh, the soap lost its smell. But people would be like, oh, this smells so good. So I figured out it was just me and not everybody else. So, okay. So now you're gonna start with the spatula and you're gonna get all that mixed in. And I'm gonna
Oh
clean.
wow, yeah, that goes immediately.
Yeah.
So our house pretty much always smells pretty.
It depends on who you ask. And it's super sensitive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He comes home, sometimes he likes it, but sometimes not so much.
Okay, just like that.
Yeah, you see the powdery stuff on the sides, you're gonna scrape the sides down and get all that mixed in. And then there's still white stuff on the bottom. Oh, you can see it if you look on this side.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, see how it's getting thick?
Mm-hmm.
That just means we gotta
Hurry.
hurry along.
Okay.
It's good in some ways because that means that when it's time to do the frosting, we don't have to wait for hours to do it. Sometimes I have to wait. So I'll get this going.
that seem okay on this one?
Yeah, so then if you just scrape as much as you can off before you switch and start this one.
So every week you're making soap.
Yes.
Popsicle. Yeah.
Yes, so there for a while when I got back from vacation, I was having a really hard time because I have that thing that's called MDDS, and it's like vertigo, but it's not vertigo. It's something neurological. So there for a while, I was extremely exhausted after like working or anything, and I even not working, and I just wanted to sleep
Yeah.
or. So it took me a while to get back into. That looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you just want to scrape that one off real good, I'm gonna actually wipe that one because we're gonna add that to the white here. Mix the white up. So it did take me a while to get back into the swing of things, but usually I'm hoping to have like 6 loaves done by the end of the week.
Okay.
So
So this is one.
what day are we on? I've already done
Wednesday.
3. I've already done 3 this
Okay.
week. So I had an extra day off this week because of the holiday. So
Yeah.
usually I have a full day on Tuesday. I had Tuesday off. So I made soap yesterday, making soap today. See how that now is looser too?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like it's white enough, but it naturally my soap will turn white.
Oh, okay.
But with this fragrance oil being so yellow, I'm just gonna add a little bit more. And I'm not gonna stick blend this portion. Do we have another? We do. This portion, I'm gonna pour off some that we might stick blend for frosting. Yeah, we always try to remove hairs. That should be good enough for frosting.
Okay.
And then we'll save a little bit of each of these colors for the frosting, just a little bit. Okay, so what kind? It's still pretty fluid. This is doing really well. What kind of design do you want to do? Let me just give you some. We could do an in the pot, where you pour it in here, and then we pour it in the mold,
Okay.
and it does a really nice natural swirl throughout the soap. We could do a drop swirl where we would put white in to the mold, and then pour from high with the colors, and it will break through the white layer, and
Okay.
then do more white, layer them like that. What else could we do? We could do a drag swirl, which I don't really want it. I don't really recommend for this soap, just because
Okay.
it's frosted. So, what do you think?
I think first one.
Okay,
First one.
it's actually one of my favorites.
Okay.
So you're gonna go ahead and pick it up. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna tell you what to do.
Okay.
You're gonna pick it up, pour it in from up high
Uh-huh.
and around.
Okay.
Same with this.
And like, so around to make swirls, or
Well, it to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Just pour it in there.
just pour it in there?
Just
Okay.
make sure you're not doing it too low.
From here?
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of scary.
No, go.
Okay.
It's gotta drop. You want it to break the layer. You want to know. You gotta do it more. No. Yes.
Yeah, like
yes.
that?
Yes.
Okay.
More. All.
Oh. Run out of elbow room.
Okay, that's all you're gonna do, because I'm
Okay.
gonna use the rest for frosting.
Got it. It's just not full on.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
And now this one?
That one.
You want to do that one? Okay.
Come on.
This is the scary part.
Get it up there.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna actually put a little more in there because this has a little bit more left in it. Just... All right, so this will be fine. We are going to use, this is our mold. And do you want me to pour it? It's gotten heavy now.
Next time I come, I'll be stronger.
That's okay. I understand. The bummer is that, okay, so I can't cut this for 48 hours. So are you gonna come back for the cut? Okay, you're gonna meet me at storage, or you're gonna ride with me to, it's over here in Santee.
I can ride with you. What time? So that's what this
That would be
Friday.
Friday. I work on Friday, so it would be in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Evening
Yeah,
if
I
you
can
have
do
it.
Friday evening.
Okay. That's pretty. Doesn't it look pretty?
Awesome. Yeah, I gotta take a picture of it.
It looks like, it does look like berry to me.
I only have a few friends that like this was on their to-do list of like random things to learn. I'm like, what? I thought I was the only random person.
Oh.
To learn this.
Probably not. This is
It's so cool.
fun. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put this just over here for now. And we're gonna move this over here for now. And we're gonna concentrate on this. It's still too fluid for frosting, so we're gonna stick on it, speed it up. Probably a minute. It's probably not going to take very long, and it'll get nice and thick, so we can pipe it. Now piping, I'll do a row and show you, and then I'll let you. Piping is tiring. Yeah. Especially piping roses. Rose piping looks so nice. It's so tiring.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to wipe this up real quick.
So how long have you been doing this?
So I started in October. Was it 2020?
Okay.
Or was it 19? I knew I needed glasses.
Was it during COVID or before?
It was before COVID.
Okay.
I launched as a business March 2021 when COVID hit.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, right when COVID hit.
yeah. Okay, it's still way too thin. So I'm gonna push pause on this. So I poured the frosting off of camera.
But we're back.
But we're back. And we're still waiting for it because it is not ready. So I'm gonna let it sit.
So how do you determine like how much thicker it should be?
So think about cupcake frosting. Any sort of frosting that you want not to just put on the cake, but that you want to make a nice star design,
Okay.
or you want to pipe something, that's the firmness it has to have.
Okay, got it.
So soap goes through a couple different phases. It goes through where it thickens up, heats up, and during that heat up phase, while it's heating up, it goes back and then it will solidify again.
Really?
So I have been sitting there in my chair for hours before waiting for the soap to be ready to frost because it has gone through a couple different stages. And sometimes I just take I have a clip on the end right now so it won't go through, and I'll just take the clip off, and sometimes it's just like, no, it wasn't ready. It just comes pouring out. So what I'll do during this time, it's ready. Okay, so we're talking about adoption while we're cleaning up.
Yeah, and I asked her what are the parts that she absolutely fell in love with and what were like the realistic challenges.
So let's see if we can, oh, we cannot do that. Oh, yes, we can. Let's see. Might be interesting. So, parts I fell in love with. Like I was telling you, I was working at an orphanage, never wanted to be a parent, never thought that was going to be a part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a need for a house parent in the houses, and they asked me to do it, and I said no. And he said, well, I need you to do it. So basically, you're doing it. So I was in the houses, and these kids, I didn't even really speak Spanish well at the time. So
That's right, 'cause you're in Mexico.
and I had this little one come up to me late at night, and he was crying, and he said, yo tengo miedo. And I said, you have to go to the bathroom. Come on, I'll take you.
No, that's not what that means.
Yeah, so I'll take you to the bathroom. He's like, no, yo tengo miedo. I know, I hear you. Come on, I'll take you to the bathroom. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. Well, what he was saying, and when I finally figured out from one of the older kids letting me know in English that he was scared, and my heart broke right then and there. My heart broke because he was scared, and he was just this little kid, not with his family, and he was scared, and I thought he had to use the bathroom. So that's what broke me and changed my heart for adoption. And I had two little boys that I had. I still get emotional, and it was over 25 years ago.
Wow.
And I had them, and one of them was 3 and the other one was gosh, I'm gonna get it wrong. I think he was 16 weeks, but he was like 7 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And I had them for a long time, and I was in the process of adopting them, and I was 24, and Mexico told me that I was too young after I'd already started the process.
Wow.
So I had to give them up, and then Cody came into my life, and Cody, there was no way Cody would have. I just fell in love with him. I felt like God just told me, this is your son. I want you to. I wasn't even living there at the time. I was in the States.
Oh, you're back over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went back and took care of him and got him the surgeries, and I did adopt him, and was old enough at that time. And that just kind of opened it up for me. And then Cody is special needs. Those of you who don't know, he was special needs. He doesn't have to be special needs now. He's an adult, and he's quite capable. But at the time, he has spina bifida, and he needed a lot of extra stuff. But because of that, he was like the single child that needed a lot, that needed also for mom to back off, and for him to have another sibling or somebody else to take some of that attention, because he was getting too much of it, type of thing. So when he was 7, I decided I wanted to be a foster parent, and that was here in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
And so,
wait, so you adopted like as a single woman?
I adopted as a single mom.
Awesome.
And I became a foster parent here in San Diego, and my first placement was Andon.
Really?
And he was a day old, and I went to the hospital, and I picked him up, and he was not supposed to be mine. I knew he wasn't supposed to be mine. The goal was always for reunification, and that wasn't God's plan. And I'm so thankful for it, because he's my sunshine. He's a breath of fresh air. He's a really neat kid, and so he's adopted, and then so what was the question?
What part you fell in love with? And I can
It's
see.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the kids.
Yeah.
It's that heart too. I'm adopted
Oh, I didn't
by,
know.
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm adopted by Christ.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
adopted into his family, right? There's this unconditional love
Yeah.
that maybe I didn't have in my family. I'm not saying I don't have that, but
Yeah.
you know, growing up, that wasn't something that I had experienced, but with my relationship with Christ, I experienced
Yeah.
that. And that's a story of adoption,
Yeah.
that these are kids, they're mine, no matter what, no matter who they are, no matter who they become,
Yeah.
they're mine. So what
That's
I don't
amazing.
like about adoption,
Yeah.
well, there's a lot of trauma that goes with adoption. Number one, right off the bat, even for Andon, you know, there's that separation. No matter what, there's
Yeah.
trauma.
Yeah.
So there's trauma for let's think of Cody. There's trauma at, I think he was 19 months when I got him. So he had 19 months of trauma with his biological family,
Yeah.
and then the trauma of separation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to deal with there, and a lot of heartache,
Yeah.
and a lot of disappointment, and so that's what I don't like. But you know what? You have that with your own kids.
That's true.
So your
That's
own
true.
kids will, it doesn't matter, adopted or
Yeah.
biological, you never know what you're gonna get. I could have had Cody and he could have been born with spina bifida. You know, I could have had, they could still have problems.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely falling in love with it too, so.
Feel that?
Is this what it should feel like?
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we
So,
want.
Like thicker pudding type
Yeah.
of.
Oh, hopefully this will go really well.
Should you flip this over?
Yes, it's a good idea. All right, back to soap. All right, so let me show you, and then I'm gonna hand it over. I'm gauging by these where I'm cutting. So if the cut's gonna be on the line, I want the frosting, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 across like that. Probably more like this. I kind of squished them. One of them kind of high. And the good thing is about this layer, it's the bottom layer. So it's not going to be seen as long as we can get another layer on there.
Oh, sweet.
Which we should be able to, I think.
And after this one, may turn around.
Sure.
So my first job was at SeaWorld,
Uh-huh.
and part of our duties were getting the cakes ready.
Oh, so you've done this before.
Yeah, but it's been years.
Yeah, but
So my
maybe it's like riding a
experience is-
bicycle.
I don't know. You tell me. Am I doing a good job?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
I mean, I've decorated a couple cakes in my life, but they're for my kids' party.
Yeah.
She's got some seriously big dollops there, you guys. Very generous.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, if we
You
can
wanna
get
have
another
it?
pass or two over the soap, it'll be fine. Like that. So you gotta think 3 more.
Okay, wait. Do more, cause
Okay.
that was a little too much for my brain right there.
1,
Uh-huh.
2, 1, 2, 1, and you're just doing the same row, just right between.
Okay.
Got it? And just we'll do it smaller, because then we're gonna do
Yeah.
the one in the middle.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me switch it over for you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. exercise, huh?
Yeah.
Lori, we saved the soap. You got your gloves back on. You want to finish?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just doing the bottom, the last one down the middle. You can see it just up to there. I love the last dollop. It's got all the colors in it. See that?
Yeah.
Looks nice. All right, so now, so here, how do you want to do this? We can do 1 fruit going down the side. We can do 3 fruit across. Each soap can get 3 or 1
Yeah,
or
like 3 across.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what I would do, let's see if we can get this to the camera. There we go. That's good enough. What I would do is just kind of mix them up. Just start sticking them in. Maybe I should do the small one in the middle. Maybe I should not just. We're gonna be a little short on the purple berries, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
okay. We can use more of the red when we run out.
So which is like your best seller soap that you normally make? Or one of them.
It's weird because it depends on where I'm at. Honey oat, I have to keep honey oat in stock. Rose clay right now is really popular. Activated charcoal. So some of the basics. Black cherry. People love the black
Yeah.
cherry. How are we doing? Do we need more berries?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, you did a switchy.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Do the last 2 like that too.
Yeah, if I was a little kid, I would definitely accidentally eat that.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I get that and I get, oh, they're too pretty to use. I'm like, okay, I don't like you.